Just like that, the revolution had ended. The Battle of Yorktown was won. The Treaty of Versailles was signed. A young, scrappy, and hungry nation had gained its independence from British and foreign tyranny. Liberty at last.
Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
The question of the century: how can America effectively govern a union the size of a continent whilst protecting individual liberties? Every previous democratic experiment in history was at a relatively small scale. For example, Athens to British Parliament. Never in history was there a republic at this scale. America's government from the years 1776 to 1787 ran under the Articles of Confederation. The Articles were extremely ineffective. The central government has practically no power to settle disputes, pay veterans, regulate foreign affairs, levy taxes, or democratically maintain a stable republic.
Shays' Rebellion was an armed uprising in western Massachusetts in response to the veteran debt crisis among the citizenry and the state. The revolt was also in opposition of the state government's increased efforts to collect taxes on both individuals and their trades. This civil unrest amplified the need for change. It was clear to the entire country. The governing document needed to be amended. To what extent was debated.
To many Americans, the solution was clear. Simply amending the document was no longer optional. In 1787, delegates from 12 states gathered in Philadelphia for what was intended to be a simple revision of the Articles of Confederation. Instead, they undertook something far more radical: the creation of an entirely new system of government. At the Constitutional Convention, one central fear loomed over every debate: power. Too much power in a national government risked tyranny. Too little power risked chaos and collapse. The answer some of the framers proposed was a bold experiment known as federalism, one of which being the young Alexander Hamilton.
Federalism divided authority between two levels of government: a national government strong enough to unite the states, and state governments powerful enough to protect local interests and individual liberty. Certain powers, such as declaring war, regulating interstate commerce, and coining money, were all delegated to the federal government. Others, like conducting elections and overseeing local law, were reserved to the states. Some powers would be shared by both.
To fight for this new system of governance, a second war was fought. Not one of violence and conflict, but one of paper, pens, and fierce debate. James Madison, John Jay, and Alexander Hamilton took themselves up to the task of convincing the people to ratify this new system. They originally agreed to write 20 essays, with the work split evenly. Instead, they wrote a total of 85. John Jay got sick after writing 3, James Madison only 29, and Alexander Hamilton wrote the other 51.
James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51.
The Constitution faced opposition. Anti-Federalists warned that even this new government was too strong, too distant, too dangerous. Their objections led to one final crucial compromise: the Bill of Rights. These first 10 amendments guaranteed fundamental freedoms of speech, religion, due process, placing clear limits on government power.
In 1788, the Constitution was ratified. A fragile confederation became a federal republic. The United States had done what no nation in history had done before: govern a vast, diverse republic through shared power rather than centralized control. This enabled the United States to span from sea to shining sea, host a population of 350 million, and become a world superpower.
Today, around 30 countries use the Federalist system.
It remains on every continent, from Russia to Australia.
It was not finished, but it was revolutionary.
And it remains, to this day,
The foundation of American government.